All right, let's talk about something that's hitting a little too close to home for a lot of people. You swipe right, you get a match, you start chatting, and you think, hey, maybe this is something. But what if that connection isn't real? What if it's a trap designed to completely empty your bank account? Here in Malaysia, there's a new, really aggressive way of dating scams, turning the search for love into a huge financial gamble. So today, we're going to break down exactly how they work and, more importantly, how you can see them coming a mile away.
Just imagine this for a second. You're on a first date. It's going all right. And then your date orders a bottle of wine. Okay, a bit pricey, but fine. But then the cashier comes back with another bottle saying she ordered more. Suddenly, you're staring at a bill for thousands of ringgit. This isn't some crazy movie plot. This is what's really happening to people, and it all starts with a simple match on a dating app.
And we're not talking about a small amount here. We are talking about bills that can easily blow past 2,000 ringgit. For a single date. These aren't just dates that went badly. They are meticulously planned cons to put you under intense pressure to just pay up and get out.
So that's the real question, isn't it? How does something that starts with a friendly hello turn into a financial disaster so quickly? Well, I can tell you it's not just bad luck. There is a playbook, a step-by-step strategy that these scammers are using. And we're about to pull back the curtain and show you every single move.
Okay, let's start with the most in-your-face, aggressive type of scam. This is the in-person restaurant honey trap. These are fast, they're high pressure, and we've got the real-life stories to show you just how they go down.
The pattern here is, well, it's pretty alarming, actually. Take a student in peddling Jaya. He meets a woman from an app. Right away, she looks different from her profile pictures. She insists on this one specific bistro, and before he knows it, she's ordered a 1,600 ringgit bottle of wine. Then there's another story. A guy gets led to a cafe. His date orders A5 Wagyu beef, abalone, and even gets a takeaway for her family. He gets stuck with a bill over 2 grand. See, these aren't random events. It's an organized playbook.
And this playbook is surprisingly simple. It's a 4-step trap. First, you get the match. Second, the location trap. They will insist on one specific restaurant, and they'll refuse to go anywhere else. That's a huge red flag. Step 3 is the crazy order. They'll order the most expensive things on the menu without even a glance in your direction. And finally, step 4, the exit. They'll suddenly get a phone call, make up an excuse, and just disappear, leaving you with a massive bill and maybe even some intimidating staff making sure you don't leave without paying. It is a coordinated ambush from start to finish. If this breakdown is giving you a clearer picture, hit like and subscribe so you'll always stay ahead on Malaysia's biggest issues.
And you know, there's even another little twist on this, a tactic called food digging. In this version, the restaurant owner is actually the scammer. They make fake profiles, arrange a date at their own restaurant, and then just never show up. The whole idea is that you'll sit there waiting, probably order a drink or some food, and they make money off you. It's definitely less dramatic, but it's just as sneaky.
But look, not all scams happen this fast. The honey trap is all about a quick, in-person score. But the other major type of scam, it's much slower, way more patient, and honestly, a lot more emotionally devastating. We're talking about the classic romance scam. This is the long game.
Now, this is probably the one you've heard about before. According to Bank Simpana Nasional, this isn't about one bad date. Oh no. This is about a scammer investing weeks, sometimes months, building what feels like a totally real emotional bond with you. They craft a whole fake identity, they share stories, they listen to you, all to gain your trust for one reason and one reason only, to eventually ask for your money.
Let's look at a real story from BSN to see exactly how this works. A woman, we'll call her Nina, met a guy on Facebook who claimed to be a foreign engineer. He was charming, he said he loved her, he even promised to marry her. He built up all that trust, and then came the trap. He said he was sending her a huge gift package with cash and jewelry, but, oh no, it was stuck in customs. A fake customs officer then calls Nina, demanding 3,000 ringgit to release it, and because she trusted this man, she paid. And just like that, the engineer, the package, and her money, all gone.
So let's put these two side by side so it's super clear. The restaurant honey trap, it's all about a quick cash grab, it's over in a couple of hours, it happens face-to-face, and it uses social pressure and intimidation. The classic romance scam is the total opposite. It's a long-term deception playing out entirely online for weeks or months, and its main weapon is emotional manipulation. Knowing the difference is a huge step in being able to spot them.
Okay, we get the problem now, right? So let's flip this around and talk about the solution.
How do you actually defend yourself? We've pulled together advice from the Royal Militia Police, BSN, and stories from victims to create a checklist of red flags you can't afford to ignore.
All right, let's walk through these. Number 1, they look nothing like their profile photo. That's a classic bait and switch. 2, they are dead set on one specific, maybe kind of sketchy location. Huge warning sign for a restaurant scam. 3, they will never do a video call. Why? Because they aren't who they say they are. 4, they tell you they love you, like way too fast. Real feelings take time to build. 5 and 6 go together. They either ask for your bank details or their life is just one big drama after another that always seems to need your money to fix. 7, they want you to keep the relationship a secret. And finally, the biggest, brightest, most important red flag of them all, number 8, any request for money, for any reason. That's it. Game over.
But beyond all these signs, your most powerful weapon is your own intuition. The Royal Malaysia Police said it best: trust your gut. If something just feels off, if you feel uneasy or pressured, that is your internal alarm system screaming at you, and you always have the right to just get up and walk away.
So what happens if it's already too late? What if you or someone you care about has already fallen for one of these scams? It can feel absolutely awful, but there are clear, concrete steps you can take. The most important thing is to act incredibly fast.
The second you realize something is wrong, a clock starts ticking. Seriously, the faster you act, the better the chance that the authorities can actually trace and maybe even freeze the money you lost. Don't wait because you're embarrassed or unsure. Every single minute counts.
This is the number you need to burn into your memory, 997. This is not the regular police line. This is the dedicated national hotline just for reporting scams.
997 puts you directly in touch with the National Scam Response Center, the NSRC. You can think of them as the emergency first responders for financial fraud. They're a special team made up of the police, Bank Negara, and the telcos, all working together to launch a rapid, coordinated response to try and stop your money from vanishing forever.
So, here is your two-step emergency plan. It's really simple. Step 1, call immediately. Either call your bank's 24-hour hotline or call the NSRC at 997. That's your first move. It's like financial first aid. Then, step 2, as soon as you possibly can, go to the nearest police station and file an official police report. This is what gives the police the power to start a formal investigation. And to make that report as effective as possible, try to be prepared. Jot down a quick timeline of what happened. Gather every detail you have: the scammer's name or number, transaction details like the amount and time, and any screenshots you have of your conversations, receipts, or their profiles. The more info you give the police, the more they have to work with.
Now, it's really easy to feel like you're all alone if this happens to you, but it's so important to know that this is a huge international problem, and the authorities are taking it very seriously and fighting back on a massive scale.
These scam syndicates don't care about borders, so our law enforcement agencies can't either. This quote from the Singapore police force really shows the high level of teamwork happening right now. Malaysia and Singapore are working together side by side to take down these criminal networks that operate across both our countries.
And that's not just talk. Look at these numbers from just one recent joint operation. Over 850 suspects were investigated. More than 3,400 bank accounts were frozen. And over 2 million Singapore dollars in stolen money was seized. This is real, tangible proof that these efforts are making a difference and hitting these syndicates where it hurts.
So while it's great that the authorities are making arrests and seizing funds, the fight really doesn't stop with them. The first, and honestly the best line of defense is always going to be us, an informed public that knows the signs, understands the tactics, and isn't afraid to report something that feels wrong. Thanks for watching. Join thousands of Malaysians who want clarity, not confusion. Tap like, hit subscribe, and let's keep making sense of this together.
So, we'll leave you with this final question. After everything we've talked about today, what is the single most important thing you can do right now to protect yourself and the people you love? The answer is actually pretty simple. Share this information. Talk about it with your friends, your family, your colleagues. Make sure they know what to look for, because in this fight, awareness is our absolute best weapon. Stay safe out there.